What's going on, Minties? The Uncanny Omar here from Near Mint Condition, and today I'm going to do an advanced overview of the Incredible Hulk Epic Collection in the Hands of Hydra and the Tomb of Dracula Complete Collection Volume 3. So please stay tuned. Okay, we'll be looking at the Incredible Hulk in the Hands of Hydra first, but before I get started, I'd like to say a quick thank you to David Gabriel and the folks at Marvel for sending me advanced copies. And here is a word from our sponsor where you can get these books when they come out. This episode is sponsored by CheapGraphicNovels.com, your online home for brand new graphic novels and collected editions up to 50% off the cover price. Cheap Graphic Novels prides itself on packaging your books so they arrive safely and in excellent condition, as well as prompt and helpful service. And check out their bargain bin for even greater deals up to 90% off cover price. And for you Minties, Cheap Graphic Novels is running a special promotion. If you're a first-time customer, let them know you were referred by Near Mint Condition at the checkout, and you'll receive a credit for free shipping on your next order. Now, this is only for U.S. customers. Cheap Graphic Novels, your source for the hottest books with the kind of deep discounts, quality shipping, and customer service that will keep you coming back for more. So here is the Incredible Hulk. This is Volume 4 of the Epic Collections. So this comes right after The Leader Lives Epic, which is Volume 3. So here, like all the other epics, here's the volume number, the years that this book reprints, retail price of $39.99, and then what it collects. Incredible Hulk 118 to 137, and Marvel Superheroes 16. If for some reason you have not seen my video on Epic Collections, they are these wonderful books that I absolutely adore, and they're so much thicker than trade paperbacks. A little more expensive, but I mean, their quality is amazing. So let's take a look here. So from the years 1969 to 1971, as always, the Epic Collections always tell you what other books are out. And most of this was written by Roy Thomas and art by Herb Trimpe, or Trimpe. I never knew how to say the man's name, even though I had met him twice at conventions. I guess I never bothered to ask, or whenever I would say their name, much like the case of Len Wein, or like I used to call him, Lane Wayne, they never bothered correcting me. So this is a really interesting collection. This is the years where the Hulk is just going from place to place just about every issue. So it starts off with Namor, and then we get Maximus the Mad, which is on the cover right here in issue 119. We see Glob. We see him facing the Thunderbolt Ross. And there's Glob that I was talking about. Fighting the Thing. And it seems like it was like a road trip for the Incredible Hulk. Totally not on purpose, though. Complete accident. And here he is fighting the Leader. We have him fighting the Rhino. I think Absorbing Man, shows up. And then it kind of starts slowing down towards the end of this run. These issues, let me look here. Actually, I did want to point something out. This is a pretty interesting collection because we have, I think, one more Epic Collection that would finish out Roy Thomas's run, and that would probably be 138 to 158 is what I would include in there. Maybe an issue of Avengers, but that would finish out his run. And oh, I forgot. This story is so awesome. It's got Kang the Conqueror. As I flip through here, I just wanted to talk about how interesting these years were of just these almost standalone stories, but continue. Like one story leads into another. I always thought that was a really interesting way to do it. It's like trouble is always coming to look for the Hulk during these years. And then we have this Marvel Superheroes book right here, number 16, which has the first appearance of the Phantom Eagle. And that's what it mainly collects here. Now let's look at the back here for the extras before we look at that Tomb of Dracula book. So we have the original cover here and the cover color art. We have uncolored covers and the house ads. And then I love looking at these art pages. And then this is a illustrated piece for a 70s Marvel series. Oh, it's a self-portrait of Herb Trimpe, or Trimpe, or Trimpe. Rest in peace, man. That guy went through... Here, actually, I didn't mention how different his art style was. I remember when he was doing art in the 90s. He did an issue of Guardians of the Galaxy. He was completely unrecognizable because he had just shifted his art style. It was so different than the stuff. Of course, he was the guy that originally first drew Wolverine with Len Wein on this title. So, I mean, he stuck on the book for a long time. But anyway, as you can see, the format of the book, it's the same as the latest Epic collections that have been coming out. It's glued binding, but it's not too thick. It's not coming apart, so that's good. It's one thing I always forget to look at in these epics. And before we look at that complete collection of Tomb of Dracula, I just wanted to give these fine folks some credit that put these collections together for us. By the way, both of these books are due out on September 25th. This book right here, Incredible Hulk, is right at around 440 pages, whereas Tomb of Dracula is right at around 500. This is volume 3. And, man, looking through here, it makes me sad that I sold my omnibuses, volumes 1 and 2. I don't know, I think I was just trying to get out of the horror thing, and I was like, you know what, I'm just going to stick to Marvel superheroes, and then I regretted it, because I bought, like, Man-Thing, and I ended up getting Werewolf by Night, and I ended up selling that too. But looking at this wonderful artwork, most of it by Gene Colan, most of this stuff written by Marv Wolfman, it just, man, I made a mistake. But I'll keep getting the complete collections. They are beautifully restored pieces of art in here. Again, I wanted to give credit where credit is due. We have Jeff York down there, Mark Beasley, Caitlin O'Connell, those fine folks that put these books together. They're absolutely gorgeous. So as far as the book himself, I always loved the look of Gene Colan's Dracula. He looks just like Vincent Price. As far as the stories itself, a lot of things happen in here. It's almost like a collection of anthologies is what these Tomb of Dracula books were like. It has like the first appearance of Hannibal King. It has a flashback of Blade when Blade and Dracula first met each other. Even though Blade appeared in Tomb of Dracula, what was it, 10? Issue 10? There's a flashback here. I think it's issue 30, I want to say. Yeah, issue 30 has the flashback with Blade. So this particular volume collects issues 25 through 35, the giant size issues 3 through 5, and the Dracula Lives magazines 8 through 11. And those magazines were black and white like the Savage Sword of Conan books. Actually, let's look at the back really quick. Here's the redone cover to, I want to say this is the King Size Annual number 3, and then the cover to 26, I believe. Oh yeah, you have him fighting Brother Voodoo for the first time. But let's look at these right here. This magazine that's black and white. It would do it an injustice to recolor these fine books. So, yeah. This is the stuff that makes me miss the omnibuses. But volume 2 and 3 are out of print right now. But I may go back and buy that volume 1. I keep looking at this and I'm like, I think I need to go back and buy that volume 1 omnibus. Just gorgeous artwork with this whitewash ink over it. It's perfect. It's a horror magazine. And I always enjoy the way Marv Wolfman drew. And I always enjoyed the way that Marv Wolfman wrote Dracula. You know, he made him weak. Even against humans, he was weak. Like, he had all these weaknesses. He wasn't this omnipotent being. But I will let you find that out for yourself if you've never read these. As far as the binding, it's very similar to an epic collection. As a matter of fact, this is one of those books that I like to call an epic, non-epic collection. Because of the page count and then the price point and just the build of the book. I mean, they're $39.99. It's very similar to this, other than the fact that it's not an epic collection. It's a complete collection. And that was the contents of each book. Let me know in the comments down below if you're getting the Tomb of Dracula in this format, or if you're getting it in the omnibus format. And how about the epic collection? Are you a fan of the Incredible Hulk epic collection? As much as I am, I have every one of those, and even when they come out with omnibuses of the Peter David stuff, I'm probably going to keep my epic collections of that run. Don't forget to hit that like, subscribe button, if you haven't subscribed yet, and the notifications button to let you know when our videos are going live. And speaking of live videos, we'd love for you to join us on our live episodes of Old Reader, New Reader every Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And on Tuesday, September 24th at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, you can enter for a chance to win a $50 gift card from cheapgraphicnovels.com. Again, this was the Uncanny Omar. Thank you very much for watching, and remember, if it's classy and cool, it must be near mint.